Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. Okay, so, we've had some challenges this week, but things are looking better. So thank you for all your kind words and prayers and good thoughts and positive energy. Thank you very much. I feel them and I'm grateful. All right, so today I'm just going to do a very quick reading since I didn't do the Sunday reading for the weekly reading, the weekly energies. I did do a 222 portal reading yesterday, and it was all about, this is the closure of the zodiac cycle for this past cycle. Pisces, the last zodiac sign, and we are getting ready for a new beginning. And that's been coming up in the cards an awful lot. So one thing that was holding us back is we're it's self-indicting for some things that emanated from a lower version of ourselves, something that has happened that we just haven't been able to resolve, let go of, heal, or transmute. So it just kind of is keeping us at a level where we can't really ascend any further until we kind of drop that ballast. So check out that reading. Now today is February 23rd, 2023. It's another portal energy for me. So there's just something about changing the way you're expressing your the new version of yourself no longer has to be compared with the old version of yourself. That's the message that's been coming through. So let's get started. I want to pull from the Rose Oracle and let's see what comes through. This message is for anybody who needs to hear it. So if it is your message, great. If it's not, please leave it in peace for someone else. Not all messages that come through are going to come through for you. If you need a personal reading, please let me know, and I can schedule that. Just email me at email in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. There just seems to be what's next energy. It's like we're coming around the corner to the new zodiac year and the new beginning of Aries season, and that's going to happen on the equinox. So we want to make sure that whatever clearing needs to be done, we attend to. And there's something in all of us. Everybody has one lingering instance, experience, event, situation that is just kind of infiltrating your monkey mind, your thoughts, that Nine of Swords energy, and it's holding you back. We need to address it. Okay, this is Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess, here for this soul call. Gather. Lineage of the Rose. And the sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. Definitely a lot of the energies that I've been feeling. Taking time for self-care. But let's see what this Lineage of the Rose, if I can find it, because remember this one is not necessarily in alphabetical order. Here we go. These times, these changing, diverse times, your soul chose to be here right now for this. You're part of a collective team led by the goddess, by the mother of us all, to reweave the thread of the rose back into the tapestry of humanity. To make space where all people feel cherished and safe, to heal and be healed from the destructive patterns of patriarchy. To be a part of the return of the goddess to the earth. This card contains with it the confirmation of the inner call and the reassurance that you are not alone in it. The mother of us all thanks you for being part of these changing times for humanity. She acknowledges your devotion to doing your best to support yourself and others in the journey back home. Okay, this makes perfect sense. This was referring to, and what I've been, the reading yesterday is a wound of the patriarchy. This is about some sort of masculine energy that has disappointed you, or has hurt you, or has traumatized you. That's what is left to be healed, but it needs to be revealed in order to be healed. So brace yourself. Okay, so let's find the Wild Goddess Oracle. Since we're talking about being supported by the goddess and being on our divine mission to bring the matriarchal loving energy, Queen of Cups energy, Empress energy back to the planet in balance, which it hasn't been. Let's find out what the goddess, Wild Goddess, has to say. This makes so much sense. So if it's not making sense to you right now, go back and look at the last readings that I've done for about the last 2 weeks. It will make perfect sense. This is exactly what they've been trying to convey. And now they're getting pretty specific. This is a patriarchal wound, a wound by a masculine energy that has been controlling, dominating, narcissistic, the Sybil. Number 5. Told you it was a 5-day. 23, 23, 5 and 5. Think twice before sharing what you know with anyone except those who know without question are ready to hear it. Protect your truth sometimes if you know that your truth is just going to trigger more trauma by trying to exert your truth. Sometimes it's just better to avoid that and stay true to your truth. You don't have to share it with everybody if you know they're not ready to hear it. Be wise in who you I'm just going to give an example. Your truth may trigger somebody that is going to try and use your truth to manipulate yourself or others. So, if you don't feel that you can trust this person, it's not the person you want to share your truth with. Then we have the Mermaid. This is the 4 card. Look below the surface of your emotional reactions to know what is really going on, for things are not always what they seem. Exactly. So we have a 4 and a 5, which is progression. So look deep within yourself. And when you have that trigger from whatever this one situation is that seems to be binding you, it's a very toxic energy. Look inside about how you feel and why you are unable to release this. Okay, let's find the power of love. I'm pulling a lot of oracles, but I feel like the wisdom is in the oracle cards right now. And then I'll pull some tarot. I love the Medicine Woman Tarot deck because it's so positive. It's an old deck, but it's going to help us clarify what we need to do, the steps we need to take. Evolution, absolutely. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. This is about your self-worth lesson. And now excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. Forgot to turn my phone off and had to take an important phone call. So I'm back. Also, it helped me get a glass of water. Hydrate during this time because the energies are intense. We're getting a lot of solar activity, which is bombarding our planet. And it does activate energy within you. And it is going to bring light to some of these emotional situations that maybe be lingering. It just feels like, honestly, it just feels like one. It just feels like there's that one thing that just has wrapped the web around a lot of other issues in your life, and it's just like you're getting to the root of it now. Okay, so evolution, you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. This is your path to self-love, because whatever this situation is, it feels like it deals with the fact that you're holding it against yourself. You're indicting yourself for this situation. Not releasing this situation is an expression of toxic self-mutilation in a way. It's like emotional, you're holding yourself emotionally hostage. And I see devil energy here, bottom of the deck, commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. There might be a self-worth issue here about whether or not you're worthy to be loved. You feel like maybe this situation created some sort of energetic block, that you are undeserving, or you are, you have issued yourself like a lifelong punishment, a life sentence for something that happened during an older version of yourself. You've grown since then, you're evolving, you're growing and ascending, and it just feels like you're holding something against yourself. You're punishing yourself, or you're allowing others to punish you for something, that a decision that you made, or a mistake that you made, or something you allowed, or you believe you set yourself up for, and it became a very hurtful situation. It could have been a short-term, or, or a long-term kind of situation of abuse. There feels like there's a lot of abuse energy in this. And I just feel like it was instigated by a dominant male energy. So, and I usually don't do readings like this, but once in a while they do come through. And I think that's what they're asking me to do, is kind of be specific about it. There's the 8 of Arrows in reverse. And that is about liberation. That is about freeing yourself from this self-imposed cage. The Power Lodge of Pipes. That is the, we saw that card yesterday, actually. That is the Queen of Wands. And then this card, the 6 of Arrows. Yep. So here's the current energy. You need to feel this sense of liberation from this. It feels like some sort of former abuse. And you may be blaming yourself for it. This is the Power Lodge of Pipes. This is about protecting yourself, being nurturing to yourself. The lodge is a safe sanctuary space that you need to provide yourself. And then the 6 of Arrows is, see that broken arrow means peace. This is about moving forward in a peaceful energy once you're able to release this. What specifically do we need to do to, and I'm hearing the word recover, ecstasy, the Lovers. I'm going to hold that card for a minute. Okay, so we have Major Arcana here, the 6th card, and then we have the 6 of Arrows. This has kept you from finding peace in relationships. This has kept you from being restored to healthy relationships, and it always seems to sabotage your relationships, that you go back into that trauma experience. I'm just going to say you may want to find some professional support, because this just feels like it's, Temperance blend. It's a 14 card, which is a 5, another 5. And here she's sitting in the stream, or she's next to the stream, and she is pouring from her cup into a bowl. Then we have the nurturing lodge of bowls. This is that Queen of Cups energy. And the exemplar of stones. This is the King of Pentacles energy. So we have 3 court cards here, 2 major arcanas, and everything is waiting for the release, the liberation, the evolution. That's what this speaking this truth is. Because oftentimes you have shared this situation with people in your relationships, and a lot of times that created some sort of disruption. Yeah. You need to create a safe place within self so that you feel protected and secure and safe. Five of Arrows. There's another 5. That's a 5 of Wands. That's what needs to change. This 5 of Wands is in a state of constant conflict. This has created almost a feeling in you that you are not capable or worthy of healthy relationships. Because for somehow deep inside you, you feel as though you're responsible for what happened. Apprentice of Stones. Page of Pentacles. All right, let's pull messages from your animal spirit guides. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to you. I just feel this really loving, compassionate, empathetic energy coming through this reading. And it just feels like you've punished yourself for so long for something that really wasn't. You aren't to blame for. See, Unicorn. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Maybe some art therapy. Or if nothing else, paint, draw, sing, drum, dance, to release some of this history, the attachment to the history. That unicorn is a very beautiful card. It's magical and miraculous, and this is things are going to turn around when you are really able to confront this. This is a rattlesnake. Kind of feels like that energy. The experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into filling your purpose as a healer. Okay, so what I'm hearing now is that when you go through this process, you are going to be a beacon of light for others who are in that same energy that need their kind of way out. They need a guide to help them out. You may become, somebody that they can talk to, or just by your example, you show them how to release themselves from this 8 of Swords captivity. This liberating energy of not blaming self for something you're not responsible for. Look, if you made a mistake at some point that put you in a situation that maybe led to whatever this situation is, you still aren't responsible for that. It's not a lifetime sentence to keep yourself buried beneath the guilt. And that's what this feels like to me. Falcon. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Now we have 2 cards of commitment. This is a commitment you need to make to yourself that in some way you've been avoiding. And then underneath the commitment card was responsibility and then action. So really, it's really up to you to take the necessary steps in order to deal appropriately with the situation. Now, again, if you feel as though you need some professional assistance, some help, please seek out some competent help. Remember that tarot readings are not to make major life decisions, but it is occasionally it sparks a thought or an idea, or it initiates a deeper understanding for you to be able to know when it is that you do need to seek professional advice. And if this is a really deep traumatic issue for you, then I urge you to seek some professional advice or some support. Bottom of the deck, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. That's the blue heron. This feels like to me that you may be around some people who are basically keeping you captive in that energy by saying, well, if you hadn't done that, this wouldn't have happened. If you hadn't made this decision, you'd have never been in this situation. Okay, that's enough. It's enough of that. This is up to you now. You need to release yourself and commit to the healthiest version of you. And you need to do that through finding whatever means that you need to get the support you need to be able to release yourself from this traumatic experience and to step into your divine feminine essence. I do feel like this is some sort of an abusive situation. So this is Native Spirit Oracle deck. By Denise Lynn. Let's see what comes through. Owl medicine. Owls to me are reflective of wisdom. Let's see what it says. Wisdom, illumination, intuition, clairvoyance, deep insight. Go within. In some indigenous cultures, the men say that they are afraid of the owl because it represents the power of a woman and they're in awe of or even afraid of the power of women. Okay, that explains it. Remember when I said this felt like kind of a male dominance thing? This feels like this masculine energy traumatized you because they were afraid of your power. That might be a key for you. Ancient knowledge is emerging within you. You know the truth. You know the truth. Trust your perception. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. Nurture the feminine spirit within you. I can't. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. That wraps up the whole reading. This makes perfect sense. If this is your reading, my heart is with you. And if you need a personal reading, please let me know. But this is a pretty profound and important reading for someone. I wish you absolutely all the best. Bye.